Hello St Ava Class, I hope you've had a lovely weekend. How did you get on finding all those fantastic words in Little Turtle's Song of the Sea? What we're going to do this morning is I'm going to go through with you some of the words I found, and you can see how many of the same ones we managed to get. And then we're going to have a look at our task today. So first of all, let's look at some of these fantastic words. So I managed to find some adverbs, so our ly words, some verbs and some adjectives. So I found tightly, gently, quickly as our adverbs. I found lots of fantastic verbs, so lots of doing words. So we've got stretched, wriggled, trickled, pushed, scooped, pulled, twinkling, swooped, scrambled, scratching, scrabbling, scuttled, threatening, stretched, and some adjectives, so bright, sharp and watery. How many of those did you manage to find? Did you find some of the same? Well done. Really good work. So, some of you may have looked at the sheet which was on our tile, and it asked you to think about, for each part of the story, it asked you to think about how Turtle would feel, what he could hear, and what he could see. And this is to help you do a piece of writing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take you back through just the main parts of the story. I won't read the story, but I'm just going to take you through the main parts so it's back in your head. Okay, and then we'll have a look at what we're going to do. So, do you remember how the story started? So, the story started with Little Turtle safe under the sand. But his next job was to hatch out of his egg so he was free. So, in this part, you need to think about what Turtle will have been feeling trying to push out of that hard shell egg and trying to get up above the sand. And then when he did finally manage to get above that sand, what could he see? What do you think he could hear? How would he feel? Do you think he'd be exhausted from all that hard work? Then Little Turtle needed to find the ocean. And do you remember throughout this story, the sea sings to the little turtle to help the turtle find its way home. Then we had a few things happen on the way to the ocean. So first, a horrible seagull tried to get Turtle. So when the seagull came, what do you think Turtle could hear? What could he see? And how would he feel? And then where did Turtle go to hide? Can you remember? That's right, he went and hid under the rocks. But who lives under the rocks? So again, when that crab started scratching and scrabbling, and that's where I got some of our fantastic words. What do you think Little Turtle felt? What do you think he could see? He couldn't see much, just maybe these beady eyes in the background. And then what did Little Turtle do to get away? He scuttled very fast, didn't he, with the crab chasing him. So again, how do you think Turtle felt? And then Turtle finally got to the ocean, but he couldn't quite reach. Why couldn't he quite reach? Do you remember? It's because he was exhausted. He'd tried so hard to get to the ocean, and he finally nearly got there, but couldn't quite. So he's probably feeling tired, exhausted. What do you think he could hear if he's right by the water? What do you think he can see? And then finally the ocean comes and carries Turtle away on her waves. And Turtle is finally free. And again, I want you to think about, how's he feeling now? And what can he see around him? And what can he hear? So, your task today is, I would like you to retell the story of Little Turtle's Song of the Sea, but I would like you to tell it as if you are Little Turtle. So remember, when we're writing as if we're the main character, there's lots of I feel, I can hear, I could see, I was exhausted. Okay, so you're the main character. So what you want to do is talk about the main parts of the story. It doesn't have to be exact. But think about the main bits that happened. And as you're writing, you want to describe what you're feeling, what you're hearing, and what you can see. And all these fabulous words will help you do that. And I will put this on our tile so you can use them. So, retelling the story, but as Little Turtle. And remember, throughout the story, the ocean sings to Little Turtle to help him. So at the start, she sings, "Come, little turtle, come home to me." She's telling the little turtle it's time to come to the ocean. When he's trying to get out of his shell, she sings, "Push, little turtle." She celebrates Little Turtle getting out. "Well done, little turtle." She tries to tell him to turn towards the sea. She tells him to run when it's not safe and look out when something's coming to get him. So can you include these in your story as well? Can you put the little sentences where the sea sings to the little turtle to help him? So that's your task. Can you write Little Turtle Song of the Sea, but you're the little turtle? And I really want you to think about how he feels and what he can see and what he can hear. And you can describe your journey along the way. For the rest of our video today, I've got us a lovely new book to look at. And I will show you the front cover. It is called The Big Book of the Blue. And it is full of fantastic facts about lots of different creatures you can find in the ocean. So I thought we can do a few pages today and have a look at some different creatures. Let's have a look. So I thought we'd start with Little Turtle, a sea turtle, because that's what we've been doing. So let's learn some facts. So when is a turtle a sea turtle? When it lives in the sea. A sea turtle has a smooth shell so it can move through water easily. It also can't hide its head inside its shell like other turtles. So like a lot of turtles, when they can disappear inside its shell, sea turtles can't do that. Swimming goggles. A sea turtle has see-through eyelids that it uses like a pair of goggles under the water. So when you go swimming, you may put your goggles on to stop your eyes hurting in the water. And turtles have the same sort of thing. They have see-through eyelids so they can see when they're swimming. Bouncing eggs. A sea turtle swims to shore to lay her eggs on the beach. They are made of a soft, bouncy material so that they don't break when they hit the sand. Turtles don't have teeth. Instead, their jaws have razor-sharp edges that they use to slice through their food. And finally, did you know that sea turtles can eat jellyfish without getting stung? So there's lots of facts about turtles that I definitely didn't know. I didn't know they had see-through eyelids. I didn't know they had no teeth. And they managed to not get stung by jellyfish. Let's have a look at another underwater animal. Ready? Next one. Flying fish. Have you ever heard of flying fish? I certainly haven't. Let's find out. Yes, a flying fish flings itself out of the water to avoid being eaten by other fish. It glides through the air and flaps its fins. It can fly for over 45 seconds. So if you count to 45, that's how long a flying fish can stay in the air for. A flying fish is blue on top, so a bird flying above can't spot it against the sea. It has a silver tummy, so it looks like the sky to a hungry fish swimming below. So flying fish are very clever. Their skin is camouflaged, so they can't be spotted by the other animals that want to eat them. A flying fish is never safe from predators. Even when it is flying, a bird might try to catch it. Speedy torpedo. To launch its streamlined body into the sky, a flying fish has to be swimming at 37 miles an hour. That's as fast as a car. One big family. A flying fish swims in a school of up to 1 million others. Can you imagine that? 1 million fish all together under the sea. You have another quick look at that page. Look at all those fantastic images. Okay, let's see what else we've got in this book. Oh, one of my favourites, seahorses. I'll just give you a quick moment to look at that. Okay. Seahorses. Is a seahorse a horse? No. A seahorse is an upright type of fish. It has a head like a horse, a grippy tail like a monkey, and a pouch like a kangaroo. Crunch time. A seahorse has one skeleton inside its body. Like us, we have a skeleton that goes down inside our body. And one on the outside, like a suit of armour. Do you remember we did castles and we did suits of armour? They protect you, don't they? This keeps it safe from predators who don't like its crunchy body. A seahorse wears a crown. Every seahorse has its own special crown called a coronet. No two are the same, just like human fingerprints. So seahorses have crowns on their heads. Daddy cool. A male seahorse looks after the eggs in a pouch in his tummy. So where our mummies carried us as babies in their tummies, a daddy carries seahorse eggs, not the mummy. And a gripping tail. If a strong wave comes along, a seahorse grips a clump of seaweed with its long curly tail to stop it being washed away. So let you have another look at that page. Right, let's see what else we have in this book. What animals next? Are you ready? Jellyfish. Okay. Is a jellyfish made from jelly? No, but a jellyfish has no bones, so its body is soft and wobbly like a jelly, and a jellyfish actually isn't a fish at all. If a jellyfish is cut in half, it becomes two living jellyfish. So if a jellyfish was to get cut in half, it just becomes two. Jet-powered jelly. A jellyfish shoots water out of its body to push it through the water. If it gets tired, it drifts along on a current. So they jet water out of them to push them along, and if they get tired, the current in the water, they just drift along it to carry them along. Glow in the dark. Some jellyfish can glow in the dark. The light is off-putting to predators who don't fancy a glowing tea. So when it's dark, they start to glow, and then the predators who eat them don't like it because they don't want to eat something that glows in the dark. No-brainer. A jellyfish has no brain. Blood, ears or heart. So unlike us, jellyfish has no brain, no blood going around its body, no ears, and no heart either. Okay, let's see what's next. Right, last one for today. You ready? Oh, another one of my favourite. Lovely looking. Octopuses. Now let me show you that page quickly so you can see. This book is full of beautiful illustrations, beautiful drawings. And let's find out some interesting facts. Why does an octopus need 8 arms? Do you know why an octopus needs 8 arms? I don't. Let's find out. An octopus uses its arms in lots of clever ways. Each arm has suckers and taste buds to help it pick up and taste food. Its arms are full of brain cells So each arm has a mind of its own. So each arm can do its own thing. They can all do different things all at the same time. Interesting. When an octopus is scared, it squirts ink into the water to confuse its attackers. Some squids shoot glow-in-the-dark ink. Fast movers. An octopus squirts a jet of water from the back of its head to push itself along. It can even use jet power to jump out of the water. So they jet water out the back of their heads to push them along, and they can even use it to leap out of the water. Can you find 2 squid that each have 2 extra long tentacles as well as 8 legs? Can you find them? Have a look if I hold the picture up. Can you find 2 squid that have 2 extra long tentacles and 8 legs? Have you found them? Good work. Did you know an octopus has 3 hearts? So unlike a jellyfish with no hearts, an octopus has 3. And we will find out about some more animals in this beautiful new book, The Big Book of the Blue, in our next video. So I hope you have fun doing your task. Remember, include as many fantastic words as you can. I know you're all brilliant writers. And remember, you're the turtle this time in the story. So there's lots of what you can see and you can hear and how you feel. Remember, if you want to show me what you've written, send it to our email address, saintava@stjohnshorsham.school. And remember, you can always email me on that email address, not just to send me work, but if you want to say hello or tell me what you've been up to, it's always really lovely to hear from you. Enjoy your week, and I will see you on Wednesday.